Remember that natlan live stream where Hoyeverse boasted about gathering feedback directly from fans? It was such a refreshing change from the usual online debates. But it really makes you wonder, what did they actually learn? Because judging by their decisions, it seems like the lessons were, cryo doesn't matter, and let's reduce 5-star male characters even more. And just when you thought things couldn't get more interesting, a new character ID list has surfaced, featuring some intriguing names: Kimitsuki Ayano, Ian-san, Barisa, part of the Collective of Plenty, and 2 unexpected additions, a character simply labeled Not From Natlan and a 4-star named IFA. But today, the spotlight is on Mavuika, our fiery pyro archon. She's been the talk of the beta, and for all the wrong reasons. Recent nerfs to her abilities have left many players feeling unsure about her future. Is she still worth pulling for? How do these changes impact her role as a main DPS? Don't worry, we're diving deep into every detail, so you can decide for yourself. Beta testing is where all the magic or chaos happens. Characters enter the beta looking like absolute game changers, only to be tweaked, adjusted, and sometimes gutted before their official release. We've seen it time and again. Remember Milani? She was completely overpowered in her early beta days, but by the time she launched, her kit had been balanced to fit within the game's ecosystem. The same process is happening with Mavuika. As a pyro archon, she naturally comes with high expectations. Her role as a main DPS set her apart from other archons like Zhongli and Raiden Shobin, who focus heavily on team support. But these recent nerfs are reshaping her kit, and not everyone is thrilled about the direction Hoyeverse is taking. From the moment Mavuika was revealed, she captivated players with her explosive playstyle. Unlike traditional archons who bring team-wide utility, Mavuika was built to deal massive damage herself. Her abilities showcased a unique balance between raw power and a touch of team synergy, making her one of the most anticipated characters in the upcoming banners. But let's face it, nothing in Genshin stays overpowered for long, and Mavuika's initial kit was no exception. Players envisioned her as a versatile unit, capable of dominating as a hypercarry, while still offering value to the team. However, the recent changes in the beta are pushing her further into the selfish DPS category, and that shift has sparked heated debates within the community. So, what exactly has changed? Let's start with her elemental skill, Flame Strider. In its original form, it was a powerhouse of charged attack damage, making it the centerpiece of her playstyle. However, the beta updates have significantly reduced its effectiveness. Cyclic damage, which was initially 271.5%, has been lowered to 195.5%. The final hit damage took a similar hit, dropping from 292.5% to 272.5%. These reductions might not seem drastic on paper, but they add up quickly in real combat scenarios, especially for players who plan to rely on her charged attacks as a primary damage source. Her Ascension passive also didn't escape the nerf hammer. Previously, Mavuika gained a 35% attack boost when a teammate used their elemental burst. That has now been reduced to 30%. While this may seem like a minor adjustment, it chips away at her ability to synergize with her team, reinforcing the idea that she's meant to stand on her own as a hypercarry. The changes to her elemental burst are arguably even more impactful. Initially, this ability offered a significant team-wide damage bonus based on her fighting spirit. But now, things have shifted. The scaling for this bonus has been reduced from 0.25% per point to 0.2%. The maximum bonus has been slashed from 50% to 40%. And perhaps the most controversial change, the bonus now decays over 20 seconds, eventually reaching 0. This decay mechanic makes her burst less reliable in longer fights and transforms it from a strong team support tool into something more self-serving. For players who were excited about her potential as a versatile unit, this shift feels like a major step backward. Now, let's talk about constellations. These are supposed to be the icing on the cake, elevating a character's gameplay to new heights. But in Mavuika's case, the nerfs extend even here. At C6, her normal attack damage has been reduced from 130% to 90%. Her charged attack damage has also been lowered from 180% to 120%. These reductions make her constellations feel less impactful, though they still provide solid boosts for players willing to invest heavily. One bright spot is her C4 Constellation, which removes the decay mechanic on her elemental burst and even adds an extra 10% bonus. This essentially restores some of the power lost in her base kit. However, it also highlights a growing concern. Mavuika now feels heavily reliant on constellations to unlock her full potential. For free-to-play players or those aiming for Jessie Zero, this makes her feel significantly less impactful compared to past Archons. So, what's the takeaway? If you were hoping for a character who could elevate your entire team, these changes might feel like a letdown. But if you're looking for a pure hypercarry, a character who can dominate as a main DPS, Mavuika still has a lot to offer. Her kit remains unique, and her potential for dealing massive damage is still there. The question is whether her narrowed focus aligns with your playstyle and expectations. Let's not forget, this is still the beta. HoYeverse has time to gather feedback and make further adjustments before Mavuika's official release. And if there's one thing we know about this community, it's that feedback, whether positive or critical, can make a difference. So, if you're passionate about Mavuika and her potential, now is the time to speak up. Before we wrap up, let's circle back to that updated character ID list. Alongside Mavuika, we've got some fascinating new names to consider. 109, Kimitsuki Ayano, likely from Inazuma. 110, Lansan, who remains a mystery for now. 111, Verisa, a member of the collective of plenty mentioned in the game. 112, a character simply labeled as not from Natlan, adding an intriguing twist. 113, IFA, a confirmed 4-star. These additions hint at exciting developments in future updates, and we'll be keeping a close eye on how they unfold. Finally, don't forget about the December weekly giveaway. It's simple to join. Subscribe, like, comment, and include your LD shop ID, Genshin UID, and server in your comments. Every Sunday, I'll announce the winners of 3 Welkin Moons. Stay active, and good luck! If you're still planning to pull from Mavuika despite these nerfs, or has this news changed your mind? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And hey, if you're saving up for your next banner, why not stretch your budget further? Check out LD Shop to save up to 11% on Genesis crystals. All you need is your UID and server. The link is in the description. Don't miss out. Mavuika's journey through the beta has been a roller coaster, but that's what makes new character releases so exciting. Whether you're a fan of her hypercarry potential or just curious about what's next, stay tuned for more updates. And as always, good luck with your pulls, travelers.